Peace, love, and blessings. Welcome everyone back to my channel. And this is my podcast, Organic Tea with Toyah. Firstly, I just want to say, guys, this is the first episode out. I decided to do it as a solo episode because I want to give an introduction to myself as well. I just feel like you guys can get to know a bit more about me. And this is my podcast. I think I've said that about 5 times now. I'm just really on my content creator game. I really want a platform that's really I want a community online. I don't want to just do I'm not trying to make a platform for views. That's not me. I'm not trying to be on trend. I genuinely want connection with the people that are coming to my platform, coming to my channel, where they're looking for advice, where they're looking for a laugh, where they're looking for guidance, or just I'm the cool auntie. I wanna give good advice and just make people feel good and just spread love. That is really my message, is that I want to spread love. Toy is my actual nickname. It's it's so weird because I go by this name now on my social media, but it's a nickname that actually my mom was the only person that ever used it. My mom was the only one that ever called me Toya, and my nan sometimes. But other than that, I used to always my nickname. If you're my friends or if you know of me, I used to go by Missy T. I don't even know how I got that name. I'm pretty sure someone gave it to me, but I used to go by Missy T on all my platforms. But then Missy T, she's like, what is that? Ooh, no, girl. She's like her alter ego. She's like like Beyonce Sasha, and like Nicki Minaj is Roman, yeah. And Toya is just like the more real me, wholesome, not character. Like this is the genuine Toya. So I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you're doing good. I hope when this video finds you that you're in good spirits, and if you're not, I hope this video is helpful in some way. So yeah, I literally got like a notes on what I'm gonna discuss because I'm someone I get in front of the camera like, okay, what do I do? So the first thing I've actually said I'm gonna talk about is self-confidence. And it's crazy. It's so crazy because I think I went a long time thinking I had self-confidence until I realized to an extent I had confidence because I think I was confident because I was comfortable. Like I was confident in spaces where I felt comfortable. But then when I was in spaces where I was like, I don't know these people, I don't know this area, I don't know, I'm new here, the confidence wasn't there. So I feel like now I truly do have self confidence. Like whether I walk into any room, I feel confident within myself. And that took me a long time to learn. That's something I'm still learning to do. And it's something like it doesn't happen overnight. And I feel like for me anyway, it has grown more when I've put myself in situations that I've been scared to be in. Like, and I'm not saying like dangerous situation. I'm talking about like going to an event and an event I've never been to in a place I've never been to, surrounded by people I don't necessarily socialize with. Things like that. My anxiety is not as bad as it used to be, but I used to suffer with really bad anxiety. Like even asking someone for something as simple as like, can I have a straw or something? Like I would overthink it so much in my head. I'm like, I'm gonna ask them, I'm gonna fall over, trip, and take like just the the most simplest of scenarios. I would have these dramatic scenarios that it's gonna turn into in my head. But even just simple things or like seeing a stranger walk past and I like their outfit. Like I was that person, like I would clock an outfit. I'm like, the outfit is T sis in my head. But now if I see a girl or I see a guy and their outfit is T or their hair looks really cute, like I'm gonna say, I'm like, girl, you rocking that hair. Or yeah, bro, I love your outfit. Because it's just like I'm giving a compliment. So why am I gonna get like a bad you're not gonna get a well, you shouldn't really, unless maybe they're having a bad day. You shouldn't get a bad response. That's the word, bloody hell. You shouldn't get a bad response from that. If you're putting good vibes out and good energy out, you should receive it back. And if you don't, more time it's not to do with you. That's one thing I've had to learn as well. More time if someone's being negative towards you and you're trying to be positive or you're being nice to them, either something's going on with them personally or something in their life and they're just projecting it. So that's one thing I've learned is don't take things personal because a lot of time it's to do with themselves. I feel like, and as I grew up, like in school, and college, I I definitely relied heavily on like makeup. Oh my gosh. I was one of them girls. Like I had a period in time in school where I would wake up at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. to do a full glam. Like I'm saying, I'm putting on concealer, I'm putting on my, if you know about the mousse foundation that L'Oreal used to do, I used to use that shit like cream. um, yeah, like I'm sat there putting that on. I've got my red lipstick on. By the time I get to school, they're telling me to take it off. By the way, we weren't allowed to wear. For some reason, we weren't allowed to wear red lipstick or like bold lipstick colors. And I loved me a red lip or I loved me a purple lip. Um, but yeah, I relied on makeup heavily, heavily. And like there'd be times like if I didn't get like say I didn't wake up in time to do my makeup and I went to school without it, I would do it like right before getting to class. Or I just wouldn't feel confident to like speak up as much in school. But then I kind of grew out of that because I was just like, um, I look good without it. And I realized I was doing it more for like male validation in school. Even though if you look at my picture, like the makeup wasn't even eaten then. The makeup eats now that I do, but the makeup back then wasn't even eating. But yeah, it was just, you know what it is? It's really all in your head. You really start to learn that it's a lot to do with in your head than it is to be like the people around you. So yeah, I went through that phase. I went through the phase of like straightening my hair and trying to look more you know, that I didn't appreciate my hair for what it is, the curls. Like I love my curls now. Guys, I've got locks, but as you can see the curls are still popping. But yeah, I started trying to straighten my hair and like just very much try to fit in. That's what it is. Because even in my school, like there wasn't many black girls. There was a few. Like I could count. There was a handful. Like I could literally count on my hand. There was a handful. So it's like rather than embracing my difference like I do now, I really try to fit in with the crowd. And it's like, baby, you don't fit here. And I thank God I don't fit there. I thank God I don't fit there because I love the way I look now. I love my natural self. So yeah, I feel like to gain self confidence, you have to. It's a learning curve. Like self confidence, you definitely, you know what, you definitely grow into it. You grow into it. It's not something that just happens overnight, and it's not something that you can buy or you can put on. Like it's definitely it's something. That's what I had to learn. I thought if I look a certain way, if my hair's a certain way, if I look the part, then I'm just automatically gonna act the part. But I realized that no, even if you feel like you look the part, that and you don't have that within yourself, that confidence, it will show. Even if you're like done up and dressed up, whatever, it will show. So yeah, nowadays I'm like, I'd rather don't get twisted. I love to I love to play dress up. I love to experiment with clothes. I love to do my hair. Like I still love those things. I just don't rely on them now to be like that's where my confidence comes from. Because say now day comes and they take all of that away from me. Yeah, like Miss Alfab said, I'm still pretty on any side. I'm a pretty in a real life. Yeah. You should think of those things as like accessories, add-ons to like an extension of your your personality or your vibe, but don't ever let that be your whole your whole existence because it's just it's very empty. It's very empty. So yeah, my advice, if you want to grow your self-confidence, you have to grow your self-love. Self-confidence is very interlinked with your self-love. Like if you don't love yourself for who you are, you're gonna lack that confidence because you're gonna look for that confidence elsewhere. And that's another thing is that when I was younger, like I felt way more confident when I was with my friends, which everybody like nobody can sit here and come on here and tell me like, oh, when you're not with your friends and you're all dressed up and you're all like you don't feel like a bad babes, like you don't feel like you're one like girl group. Like we all do it. However, like there was a period of time when like when I would only go out with my friends and that's the only time I would feel like somewhat confident. And then other than that, I'd just be in my house. So it's like, yeah, now I have this confidence where it's like, I'll go out on my own. I'll dress up and look cute and go out on my own. I don't need to have a like clique around me. I don't need to have people around me telling me constantly how good you are or how good you look, because I feel it myself. And don't get it twisted, like your friends should be hyping you up. Like your friends should hype you up and your friends should make you feel good. But they shouldn't be your only source of feeling good about yourself, because that's when you'll start relying on people more than yourself and God. So that's one thing I would say. If you feel like you're someone like, oh, I am confident when I'm around my friends or when I'm with certain people, but on my own I'm quite nervous or anxious, you need to grow your self love for yourself, because your self confidence will grow. And that's one thing I wish I had told my younger self, that to not rely on other people's validation and to find my own validation. Like, find who you want to be. Don't, I know it's so much easier. It's easier said than done, but don't follow other people's expectations. Don't follow other people's ideas of perfection, because you will just keep chasing. You will keep chasing rather than attracting. And I feel like because now I genuinely love who I am, I'm constantly just attracting a newer, better, healthier version of myself rather than a version of somebody else that I'm trying to be. This topic I was going to talk about is procrastination and delays. Now, this one hits a bit close to home because I'm a no. Your words, I even if you come on here and you're not a believer of God, let me make it known that the power of the tongue is very powerful, and the words that you speak over yourself, make sure that you're speaking good words over yourself. Do not speak a negativity over yourself. Because I was about to say, yeah, I'm a procrastination queen. No, I used to be a procrastination queen. Now I'm a God fearing woman. Okay, yeah. But yeah, I used to just when I tell you I've had so many ideas, whether it's business ideas, content ideas, fashion ideas, just so I am someone like I'm a creative, like whether it's my art, whether it's my jewelry, like my fashion, like my hairstyles, there's so many things I've had and they're not coming to fruition or existence. You know why? Because I procrastinated. And I procrastinated to the point when I was like, I psyched myself out. I was like, nah, somebody else is probably gonna do it, or I saw somebody else do it and I'm like, yeah, there's no point now because they've already done it. That's one thing I will say. There could be a million people doing the same thing as me. However, they are not me. And how I execute and how they execute is going to be two different things. Like, there is only one you. So don't ever think, oh, there's how many people doing this. Like, I can't do the same, or I don't know how I'm going to stand out, or mine's just going to be. No, trust me, you have your own unique creative ideas, even if it's the same kind of thing you're doing. Don't ever let that be a reason to for you to be like, I'm not gonna do it because 10 other people have done it. Like, what? No, because them 10 other people might have done it, but yours might be something and it attracts a whole different genre of people, or it attracts a whole different type of business. So that's one thing I would say is that I've definitely learned is not to procrastinate on my ideas, because if God has given me the idea, He's giving me it for a reason, because He knows it's something that I'm supposed to execute. He knows it's something that only I can see the vision in the way I've seen it. So these days, if I have an idea, I'm gonna do it. That's why I have a podcast now. That's why I have a YouTube channel. That's why I have a business. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it on my own, and I'm gonna do it exactly how I want to. And the thing is, procrastination will really delay you. Like, as I'm a God fearing woman, and like I God fearing woman, and I read my Bible every day. I pray every day, and I remember it's so crazy. It's not crazy. I need to stop saying that. Nothing's crazy in this life. Everything is intentional. I'll be like to God, like, how come now? Like, I tried to do something and it didn't work out, and I'll be like, well, how come why is it not working out for me now? Like, why I'm seeing someone else do it and they're blowing up. Like, how come I'm not blowing up like that? And I feel like I've executed it in the way I was supposed to. Like, it should have got them views. It should have got that recognition. It should have got that love, but it didn't. And I realized I need to be like I used to get so frustrated with it to the point where I would stop pursuing things, because I'm just like, because one thing didn't work out, it's not gonna work out. if that didn't work out, why is this gonna work out? Like, and it's me doing it. Like, and I realized that God's timing is the best timing. Seriously, even when you don't understand where it's going, or like, and you're in that waiting and that patience, and your patience, you're having to ask God to even give you the patience because your patience has run out. God's timing is perfect timing. I'm telling you, there is a reason why certain things haven't happened to you or haven't happened for you, because you haven't you haven't grown into that person yet to receive it. Like, I had to really learn that, like, there's certain things I need to go through so that when I receive that blessing, when I receive the opportunity, I'm able to not execute it but excel in it as well. Because that's another thing, is like, I'm not trying to do things just to execute them and say I've done them. I'm trying to execute and excel and expand. Like, I'm not trying to do nothing small. Baby girl, I ain't big over here for nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm here trying to do stuff on a big platform. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, nothing, we're not being small. And I feel like as I was younger, like when I was younger and like I was a kid, like I always used to try and be small and conform and fit in. I'm like, no, because that's not me. That's really not me. Like, I'm here. I'm making space. I'm not about to sit in a space that you've given me. I'm going to make the space. And for people that look like me, people who are in the same position, like, I'm trying to make a space for people just like me as well. So yeah, don't ever try to fit in. I don't ever play small, because no, we don't play small parts over here. I'm the main character. Would you mean I'm playing a small part? Excuse me? Yeah. Trust me, like, it's hard. It's not easy to like trusting it's not easy to trust in God like that, and understand that his timing is perfect timing. But when you do, and when you sit there and you pray, and he just confirms it for you, it's one of the greatest feelings. Because you're just like, if I didn't wait, if I tried to rush, if I didn't wait, and if I just tried to rush and go ahead with things and go ahead without him, things wouldn't have ended up the way they did. I wouldn't have had this abundance from this opportunity. I wouldn't have had this success from the blessing. But because I was patient in my waiting, and you know what people don't talk about enough as well, is that when you're in your waiting and you're in being patient for whether it's receiving a blessing, a job opportunity, a business idea, no one talks about it. You're never just waiting. You're never just sat there, like, you know, when you go doctors and your appointment was at 9:30 but you're there till 10:30. You're not just literally waiting. You're growing in that time as well. You're literally growing. Whether you realize it or not, you are. God will put you in certain positions as it's happening, whether it's tribulations and trials. And he does it for a reason, because then when it comes to now having the blessing, just because you have the blessing doesn't mean there's not going to be struggle to get it. And even when you have the blessing, but he's making sure that you are able to keep that blessing, and he's making sure you're able to secure it and not lose it. So that's one thing I had to learn as well. It's like, I was just like, what? I'm waiting. What am I supposed to do in this waiting time? What am I supposed to do in this waiting time? What did I do in the waiting time? I focused on myself. I got more into my Bible. I got more into my prayers. I prayed every day. I started to journal. I started to go to the gym. I started to manage more about what I'm eating and my habits and how I can be a healthier version of myself. Like, there's always something to work on. There's always. And if you feel like, oh, I got nothing to work on, the best thing you can ever do is work on yourself. And it's like, don't focus on what you don't have. The worst thing you could do is focus on what you don't have. Focus on what you have and focus on how you can expand on those things you have. I feel like, and this is how I felt, is people saw my value in my work. And I'm not talking about my creative work. No, people see this as like, oh, she just likes to do this. Yeah, I like to do this, but to me, this is my work. But people only saw me for my value when I had a job and I was paying bills and taxes. That's how I used to feel. And I obviously I get it to a point, like, we're adults. You got to pay bills, you got to pay taxes, you got to pay. You get what I'm saying? Your utilities. You got to pay those things. I get it. I'm a whole person outside of work. The person that I clock in with is not the same person I clock out with. Like, I'm a whole person outside of work, and it's like, when you're working a lot, like 12-hour shifts back to back, and you're just like, you become like a zombie. You're just like, what is life? What is life if all I'm doing is just working? I'm just working and working, and I'm not experiencing life. Like, what is that? It gets very depressing. And that's what I realized, is that when I was working like that, working 12-hour shifts, when I was working back to back, like 7 days a week, Monday to Friday, like, I was just like, oh, I don't know myself anymore. Like, I felt lost and I felt mentally drained. Like, I was the most depressed version of myself. Like, there would be times, I laugh about it now, but I wasn't laughing then. There would be times like I would literally wake up to get ready for work and I would cry. I would cry before I go into work because I'm just like, I'm having to go into work. I'm having to be this perfect, like, guys, I worked in customer service, so, and I'm great at customer service, but you know what, it takes a lot of toll on your mental health when you're um always trying to help others. You know, in customer service, like, the customer's always right. So, like, you got to keep your calm. You've got to make sure you're not just meeting your customers' expectations. You've got to excel in them. Like, you're really focused on the other person needs and wants, and yours are never really met within that job. So I've definitely been there. I'm able to now create my content and do other things outside of work. And me, I've never really, see me, I love money, but I've never loved money to the point, I never loved money more than I've loved life. Like, I'm that person, like, I'll go live in the mountains. I'll go live in the mountains, go catch fishing in a river, and go grow my own crops. Like, I'm that type of girl. Like, I'm really a nature girly. Like, I will be outside. Like, I will make something out of nothing. That's just who I am. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the bougie dinners and things like that. Like, I'm that type of girl. I'd rather, because my boyfriend always says it, like, he's very bougie. See, if we go out for dinner, like, I'm trying to see, like, I want to try different cuisines. I want to go try, like, the local cuisine food rather than, like, the bougie place in where we're on holiday. I want to go try what the locals are eating. Like, I'm very much about community and, like, tradition. Like, I don't like nice things because everybody likes nice things. But my riches is God. My riches is land, houses. I want to own houses. I want to own land. I want to have a farm. I want to have bare animals. Like, I don't care. I don't really care for the Gucci bags and the LV and the Chanel this and the Louis Vuitton that. I don't business that. Give me the land. Give me the farm. Give me all the cows, all the sheep, all the goat, all the camels. Yeah, like, that's my kind of riches, because I'm like, them materialistic things, they come and go. They come and go just like that. Guys, I forgot. Oh my gosh, my brain is scrambled. When you have to, like, retrack it's like I'm trying to go back in my head. We'll go on to the next topic because I feel like I rambled to the point where I don't know what I was talking about. Hopefully it's not gonna cut us off now because I just deleted a bunch of stuff. Um I can't, like, Apple irritates me because this is an iPhone 15 Plus that I've literally had less than 6 months, and I barely have any photos on here. And you're telling me the storage is already full. Like, what? They keep playing with us because I'm not paying. I'm not paying to have more storage on my phone. When I used to literally have an iPhone 5C and my 5S, when I tell you I would have everything on there, even down to pictures from my old BBM, and I still had so much storage. Now you're telling me I've not got no storage, and babes, I ain't even got nothing on here. You're right. Can I just add that when you are self made, it takes longer and it's more rewarding. Personally, I think it's more rewarding. Like, I'm not trying to go viral. I'm not trying to do some crazy videos that outrageous comments or, like, um any clickbait, things like that. It's just, I want genuine, like, the community I'm trying to create is a community of genuine people who care about each other and just want to spread, like, love and good vibes. Um so yeah, I will say that I think it's being self-made is more difficult because you're literally starting from the bottom up. Like, I ain't got no friends that are, like, are already got big following, and if they, tag me and add me, like, I will, get the same kind of community or anything. Nothing like that. I'm genuinely starting from the ground up. on my own. I don't have no team. It's me and God. That's my team. It's me and God. Obviously, I have family. I have my partner that like do support me here and there, but like the general, like day to day, like it's me and God. That's my team. And that's the best team that I could ever have. So like that's one thing I will say. It can be scary to start off a business on your own because you're gonna get things wrong. I'm still getting things wrong. Learn from your mistakes. That's why you should make them. Don't be afraid. That's one thing. Do not be afraid to make mistakes. Make mistakes so you can learn from them. Um, you're going to make mistakes because nothing is perfect. Nothing's just gonna go well. Um, and be prepared for that as much as you can. But there's gonna be times you're not prepared for it, and you just have to learn and grow from it. And this is why I'm like, I'm happy to start a business from the bottom up because I'm like, once I now get to a position where I've been through the trials and I'm in a good place where my business is successful and thriving, I can give great advice to the people behind me who also was in my position. I can tell them, I could give them advice on where they can try and prevent from going wrong or what they should try and do. And I'm also in that position where like I'm trying to learn from other people as well. Um I'm always seeking advice. So if you see this video and you have a business, especially if you're a black owned business, especially if you're a woman owned business, and you have any advice, feel free to message me, feel free to email me, feel free to leave comments down below because knowledge is power. So, yeah, any advice you guys can give me, even if you just want to pray for me, I'm telling you, that's one of the most beautifulest things. It's beautiful and intimate thing I think people have ever done for me is pray for me. When they sit there and tell me I prayed for you, sis, or they saw that I was down and they said, "Oh yeah, I saw that you was down," or so I prayed for you, or like I tell them about an opportunity coming up and like, yeah, sis, I'm gonna pray for you. Like it's so beautiful to me because when I pray, that time when like the time I spend with God alone and I pray in that secret place is the most like emotional um time, emotional present time. And like you know when you're really praying, like you're really present with him and you can feel his presence, is one of the most beautiful things I've ever experienced. And something I'm learning to do more is pray for others. Like yes, I pray for myself, I pray for my friends and my family, but I also pray for people I don't know. I pray for those when I see like those people that are suffering, people I don't know who are suffering, who wish to be in positions that I am in right now. Like I pray for those people. So I think I've yapped you lot's ear off enough now. I could honestly speak for hours. Like I can actually like when it comes to these deep topics, when it comes to really talking on a emotional mature level, like I can speak for hours. But I think I'm gonna leave it there. I'm hoping this gives a more insight of to you guys of who I am and what I'm about. And I hope it leaves you guys in good spirits. I hope this video finds you guys well. And I hope some of you are to return and to become part of the family. Because no, I don't call my subscribers fans. They're family. Yeah, we're family. Yeah, we in this together. Hope everyone's having a blessed day. And if you haven't thanked God for waking up today, thank him now. Thank him now that he woke you up today. Thank him now that he gave you another day to prosper, to life, to experience his creations. Yeah, please like, subscribe, share to your friends, share to your family, share to your mom, your auntie. Listen, my content's not just for, the young babes. Listen, your auntie might like my channel. When I tell you I'm an old soul at heart, I'm an old soul at heart. So thank you guys for tuning in into the first episodes of Organic Tea with Toyah. I hope you guys liked and enjoyed, and make sure you come back for the next episode. Can't wait till like I've got my own little family community online, and we're just kikiing in the comments like. So yeah, but peace, love, and blessings, guys. Bye. Bye.